Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today the program, my apologies, today the program we're going to check a few of the pieces that were in the bag. Some of the ones that I said I would do in video, so maybe promising, maybe not. I might not do all of these depending on how much time I need to dedicate to each of them. Obviously, if it's if one takes me a lot of time, I'm gonna have to skip a few. But I hope that each is going to take me only a few minutes to decide if it's worth going in more or not, so we can get to the good stuff. So this one, add color at the top, from the side as well, and slightly from this side. Um, so I think the obvious choice is going to be grind this because it's more stony and the color seems to be closer on that side. Um, so let's give it a try. I think I'm gonna add a bit more water. I changed the setup. My camera is now fixed to another table so that it's not um, moving so much. Let me try to adjust for the focus. Not getting anywhere yet. I'm planning to open up the new block probably next week. I just received two more Opals that are going to deserve their videos on their own. So I think I'm not gonna risk it on an old scrappy block. And here we are. We're already starting to get some nice color in a rather big area. Um, Hopefully, it would be great if this sand cleaned up because right now it's kind of on the face and reducing the viable area. Oh yes, this color is great, just great. But once again, this piece is very small. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make a gem per se. Um, doesn't mean I'm not gonna try because that color is pretty good. A nice rolling flash fire of mostly red. Looks like that sand is here to stay. I'm not sure I want to go much deeper. Although the color might be still a bit cloudy because of the polish, so it might be worth trying. Let me check how deep the sand seems to go. Doesn't seem so deep, so I can risk it without too much risk. Yeah, this is getting better. Now I've got all of this that's viable, I think. Showing nice color. I really hope it's not too thin. I don't really envision being able to do a cabochon, so that's gonna be bad for the value, but I was not expecting great things either way. I have other interesting prospects, so oh yes, that color is just great. Nice color and in many directions as well. And we haven't even reached it on this part. It's deeper. I don't think I want to take too much risk though. Let's add a bit of water. I think that's going to be it. We're starting to see some differences. I'm starting to see some differences in the back. So I think it's better to leave it like this. I mean, clearly it's not a bad place to be. Let me check if removing the... Yeah, even without the light, it's visible. So with the light on, it looks great. Um, okay, next one. Let me see. This piece, add some red there. Yeah, seem to have a tiny color bar there. So the hope was that by removing a bit here, I might be able to get more of that. It looks like it's mostly going to be just a few patches of color throughout the stone randomly, so not really a jam. Yeah, it's not really coming along better. I'll keep digging a bit because as it is, it's nothing. So really, I don't think that there's much risk associated with it when you've got nothing to lose. I think it's getting slightly better. We've now got this blue patch, this teal patch. Although we also got a crack. I'm not sure if it's a crack or not. As a matter of fact, I think let's keep going a bit. I think it's not getting any better. I'm considering it putting in the pile of pretties that I put in the jar just because that part is rather nice. I might have to grind all of this off, but it could look pretty in a just as part of a decoration. So TBD. This one is very thin. Okay, yeah, I remember this one, and I don't have much hope. Uh, I mean, just gonna grind it a bit and hope that somehow the color clears up. But even then, it's gonna be um, it's not gonna be a solid stone. It's way too thin for that. It would need to be at least 2 or 3 times that size to have a chance in terms of thickness. Where are we? Yeah, so the color is good, but doesn't seem to go anywhere. I'm gonna try to remove the tip just so I can get I have less work to do when putting it in the jar of pretties. Okay, so I will work on this later by myself. This one, what does it have? It has some very nice green. Very nice green again. I'm conflicted because it would be more natural to remove this side, but then again, it's deeper right now. You know what? I will remove that side after adding more water. I think we can expect some very nice colors from that. I just hope that the thickness follows. It seems like it's going to take quite a bit of work. I could use the other side of the block because it's rougher, so it's going to remove the stone faster, but it's much more used, so it's less straight, and I do want a straight grinding surface so I can do it more or less evenly, which is another reason why the new block is becoming necessary. Slowly, slowly, slowly. The problem is that it's not quite straight, the the color bar, because here it rises. So I have to take that into consideration. Um, there's still a bit of work to be done on top. We're getting there. I think the most of the surface should be visible soon. Uh, just gotta keep grinding. Going back to the surfing method. So going back to the surfing method, um, which realistically saves my fingers a lot. Um, Pinching a small rock for a long period of time can be quite tiresome for the hand. This technique allows me to just rest my fingers on the stone and move them, so that's much more convenient. But it's not always possible when you have a stone that you need. When you don't have basically a flat surface that you can lay your stone on, because this one is rather flat, it's feasible. But if you're trying to grind a side that's not flat, or the backing is not flat, you're going to have to hold it. I hope this I hope this patch doesn't go deep. It doesn't seem to be potch. It doesn't seem to be sand either though, so I think it's more likely to be potch, but it might also be just stone. Uh, which is just as damaging as sand or uncolored potch in a stone anyway, so that's that's not a good sign. Notice I keep moving this block. The good news is though is that this new setup where I set the camera on another table is much more effective. You can actually see what's going on without too much of the shaking, which I feel is always a bummer. Color is uncovered. It's not that colorful yet. Colorful yet. However, in real life, it's bluish, but not by much. I feel like just a bit deeper, the color is going to be better, or it might just be that it faces this way. In which case, there's nothing I can do. It's much too thin to. It's much too thin to decide to cut down like this, because at most it's going to give a quarter of a carat stone, which is going to be too small to manipulate either way. So I'm just gonna check with my flashlight if there seems to be an end to the white. Honestly, it looks like it's not so much further to take down. So I think we're gonna try it. Yeah, this is starting to get away here and here. Hopefully another 30 to 45 seconds is going to remove the rest. Not optimistic, but I still think it's very feasible. Let's see, did it get any better? Not so much, it's still very present. And the color still doesn't face so well. But let's just try again. Seems to me that we're not making much progress. We're getting thinner as well. But I have to try because it seems like at most it's going to go there, and then we still have this color, which is good. Although if we reach that point, I'm afraid it's going to be very, very thin. But I'm also afraid that this is just not enough because I'd have to remove this, and then it's very, very thin, and then there's this as well, so it would be a carving, and I do not have the equipment to make a proper carving. I think one last chance, and then I'm going to put it in the jars of pretties because it's going to get too thin. There's nothing that's going to be possible to do about it. Yeah, let's leave it at that. I I think it's just going to go into jar of pretties because that's realistically all that can be done with it. Just uncovering the other side because it might just be as pretty, and that's going to be good for the jar of pretties. Better to have a double-faced chip than a, well, one-faced chip. Yeah, this is how it's showing up on this side. So I think let's call it a day. And this one, I think we can uncover the face really quick. The proper technique would say that I remove all of this until I reach the bar, but because we're a bit pressed for time and I have to remove anyway, I'm just gonna do it. Although it is pretty big, I will struggle to do it on this block. I'm getting there slowly, but as a matter of fact, I think that this is a piece that's too big. It's gonna have to wait for the new block, just because right now I'm halfway on and halfway off, um, and even the block here. I mean, it's an angle, but the angle isn't straight, so I get very little possibility. So let's just put it to the side to be done for later. So basically, we've got this pretty that's going to go in the jar. This pretty that's going to go in the jar. This pretty that might go in the jar, not guaranteed, and this one which I actually hope to make into a gem, just because it's got great color and a good size. So that'll be it for today. See you in the next one, I guess.